What's up, guys? Welcome back to another in-depth car specs. You guys can see in the thumbnail, we are going to install the rear left upper control arm. As you guys have seen, or in the other before episodes, I did hit a curve. Remember drifting and all that stupid shit. We're going to fix that. I had a little bit of camber on the back left, and I wanted to get rid of that before doing all the mods and stuff like that. You know, get the car fixed, working well, no more. I want to get rid of all that. I did take off the tire right now, but basically, I didn't explain it to you guys, but basically you see this tire right now, you know, it's sitting straight with the fender. On the other side, so on the left side, it was cambered in a little bit, so the top part was sitting inward and this was popping out way more. So yeah, I don't like that camber for this car, especially this car with no camber looks sexy as hell. So might as well that I'm already here explaining to you guys. So my scientific explanation for this is, since I hit the curve on the right side, what it did is push the bottom end, which transferred to the left side of the car, which means that the upper control arm probably got squished in, and that's why it's giving that camber look to it. But hopefully if we fix that, we should be done by today and no more problems. But yeah, let's get started with the install. We are gonna be installing this upper control arm right here. You guys can see. So this is the upper control arm. It looks kind of like a Y, kind of. And we're gonna be switching that out. Alrighty, so now that we're getting started, the first thing we're gonna do is take off these clips right here. They're pretty easy to take off. All you gotta do is just squeeze all these little tabs all around it, and it should come off that hole, so outward. And then we're gonna take off the other one, which it's on the left side rear. So the one that we were just looking at was up here, and then it goes all the way down there. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, if you feel more comfortable taking off this plastic right here, the easiest way to take off this plastic is to get a screwdriver. And you see this little hole in there, this one right there. Put your screwdriver in there, and there's a flap that you can push it downward, and it should open up just like this one right here, which just opened up like that. See, it just opens up, and then you got the wire, and the plastic stays there. But either way, you're gonna need those plastic for the other control arm. The next process right now is to take off 3 bolts. So there's a bolt right here, which has a nut. That one right there is a 17mm bolt on both sides. So the bolt and the nut. Also, letting you guys know, this 17mm bolt, I did ask on the at the dealership. And the specs for this, for the bolt specs, are 22 pound-feet of torque for these, and I believe it because they're pretty soft to take off. So yeah. So this is how it looks. The one bolt and the nut is like super. It's flat here, and then the screw comes in at the tip. So what I did, guys, was I took off the bolt passing side to side, and then it doesn't want to come off when I pull it down. So what I did was I got one of these ratchet extenders, and I put some tape on it so it won't scratch anything, of course. And the ball joint that's right there has a hole under it, and I put this in there, and I'm hitting it with the hammer so it could come up. And as you guys can see, it did come out a little bit. So it came out a little bit through that hole right there. I'm putting the stick in there and I'm hitting it, and it's coming out perfectly. The bolt was passing through here and was squeezing the knuckle, which is the one that doesn't let it pop off. The ball joint is out. It's full of rust. This bolt right here is the one that we're taking off, and it has a nut also. These are 17mm bolts as well. I would advise you guys to use one of these, just for, it's gonna be a little hard to take off. You should get one of these extenders. It will make your life a little bit easier. You have more leverage, and the bolt will come off perfectly. You're gonna need a wrench on one side. So wrench, I use that wrench on this side, and then the ratchet on this side, and then back there. So you guys can see is that one right there. So the bolts in the back look like this. They have a flat surface and then the thread. These are a little bit longer than the one in the front, and you guys can see. So yeah, and then this is the nut that it brings. So it's a black bolt, just letting you guys know. Alright, so I'm getting the other side right now. It's a little difficult, but you'll get through it, no worries. Getting off that bolt right there. So yeah, that bolt right there, I'm taking it off. And the control arm is moving now, so be careful not to hit your brake line or anything. So set that to the side, and then just, if you want, you could hold it with the rubber band or something. I'm just placing it right there. Oh my gosh, he's precious. It's a boy. Also, another thing I forgot to tell you guys. So for the right side with the bushing, or that rubber bushing, the bolt is a grayish chrome, and it's longer than all of them that I've showed you. As you guys can see right here, this is the first one we took off, then the second one, you guys can see it's a little longer, and then the last one we just took off, which was on this right side. We're gonna start putting on the new upper control arm, and yeah, let's get through this. We're almost there. Quick tip for you guys: before putting all the stuff one by one, put all the bolts in the right holes, and don't tighten them all the way. Just make sure they're in there. When you start tightening them stuff, the holes don't line up exactly how they are, and you gotta untie them and then put the other bolt. So I got the two bolts back there, and the screw, so the bolt is gonna be pointing that way with the head, and then pointing that way, and then the one on the right side is gonna be the head, and it's gonna pointing that way to the right. And then I did locate the ball joint in the hole. So I had a little bit of issue putting in the knuckle. I did call my dad. We put in the knuckle, of course. He's the god of doing this shit. But so the new one, this little rubber thing is all the way up here, right? You're supposed to keep on going. Like once you put it in, you can't just stop there. You have to keep on going, because if not, the bolt is not gonna go in. It's gonna be hitting this part. So you want it to hit this groove here so the bolt can go in. Just letting you guys know, we struggle a little bit. We did put another jack and then hit it with a block on top all the way so it can squish this a little bit. Just letting you guys know so that won't happen to you guys. The bolt is in, and now I'm gonna start tying in everything up. It's a little bit squished up, and then we got the bolt in, so you guys can see right there. The bolt is in. I'm gonna put the screw in on the other side, the nut. And just like that. But yeah, that's all we got for today. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Please leave a like. I know this is very random, I don't know, 2019 doing an upper control arm. Super early for a car like this. And I haven't seen anybody doing it, for especially the upper control arm on the rear. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Please leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, peace guys.